Imagine, for a moment, that the relationships we build are akin to navigating a vast, intricate landscape. Some trails are familiar, others hidden, rarely trodden yet brimming with profound insights. Many of us walk only the well-worn paths, missing entirely the quieter places where true understanding lies. As men, we are often unaware of these deeper realms of connection, bypassing the inner sanctuaries that can transform our relationships into sources of strength, serenity, and fulfillment. In this journey, we often focus on surface markers, appearances, shared activities, immediate attractions. Yet the Stoics teach that what is essential often remains unseen to the eye, hidden beneath the surface. To connect authentically requires moving beyond what is visible and exploring the subtleties of another's heart and mind. Only then can we uncover the quiet power of empathy, the strength of intentional communication, and the virtue of calm understanding. But how does one discover these hidden places? How does one truly learn to see another, without assumption, without haste, without letting ego cloud the view? Here lies the value of Stoic wisdom, a philosophy as timeless as human nature itself. It offers us a lens through which we can understand the motivations, emotions, and deeper desires that govern our actions and reactions. As we begin to see with this clarity, we can transform not only our own behavior, but the very quality of our connections. So we ask ourselves, are we ready to tread this path? Are we prepared to go beyond appearances, to cultivate a connection that is both enduring and true? If so, we embark together on an exploration that reveals not just the hidden nature of others, but in the end, our own nature as well. Psychological insights. Most men misconsider this. What if the key to deeper connection is not found in grand gestures or persuasive words, but rather in our ability to perceive the subtler needs, the unspoken yearnings of those we wish to connect with? Most men overlook these psychological insights, remaining content with assumptions about what should make someone feel valued, rather than discovering what truly does. Yet, to ignore these deeper layers is to forfeit a profound opportunity, the chance to form bonds that resonate beyond the surface, enduring through time and trial. One of these often missed truths is that emotional security is far more desired than physical attraction alone. While initial interest may spark from appearances, true intimacy thrives where trust, empathy, and understanding are cultivated. Many of us may be quick to offer admiration or compliments, yet slow to recognize the unspoken needs, perhaps for reassurance or understanding, that lie beneath a smile or a sigh. In this, we miss the essence of connection. For the Stoic, seeing clearly is the ultimate pursuit. It requires us to abandon assumptions and learn to listen with patience and humility, perceiving what lies behind the words of another. Such perception is not merely useful, it is essential. For in these quiet moments of insight, when we set aside our desires and truly see the person before us, we honor their humanity, and in doing so, discover a greater depth within ourselves. These insights are gifts, yet they remain hidden to those unwilling to look beyond their own needs. Are we brave enough to abandon the familiar and step into this realm of true understanding? In seeking it, we do more than improve our relationships. We cultivate the rare art of seeing others and ourselves as we truly are. The transformative power of intentional communication. In our interactions, every word we choose, every pause we allow, each gesture we make, all are threads in the fabric of connection. Yet how often do we speak without intention, tossing words like seeds into the wind, hoping they take root, but never considering where they may land? For many, communication is a habitual exercise devoid of conscious direction. But what if, as the Stoics propose, we infused each word with purpose, clarity, and empathy? What power might such intentionality hold? Consider the quiet strength of words crafted with sincerity. A thoughtful expression, one free of pretense or neediness, can disarm defenses and inspire trust. In contrast, careless words, however well-intentioned, often miss their mark, revealing a lack of awareness. In Stoic thought, we are reminded that it is our alignment of word and deed that matters most. For when actions mirror language, a foundation of trust is laid, stronger than any mere verbal promise. Yet words alone are only half the story. The language of presence, our eye contact, our posture, the stillness we bring to a conversation, speaks volumes. These nonverbal cues are not just enhancements, they are the very essence of sincerity, illustrating that our attention is fully given, undivided, and genuine. Intentional communication is, therefore, not only about what we say, but also about what we convey in silence. To communicate with intention is to recognize that every word, every glance, every pause is an opportunity to express respect, understanding, and authenticity. And in practicing this awareness, we elevate our relationships from the superficial to the profound, laying the groundwork for bonds that endure. Ask yourself then, what would change if every word you spoke, every gesture you offered, were imbued with purpose and care? This, my friends, is the transformative power of intentional communication. Stoic foundations for meaningful relationships. Reflect for a moment on the nature of a truly meaningful relationship. Is it forged merely through shared interests or fleeting pleasures? Or does it find its strength in something deeper, something resilient to the changes of time and circumstance? The Stoics, ever mindful of life's impermanence, teach that the foundation of any lasting bond must be anchored not in desire, but in virtue, qualities of character that withstand both hardship and prosperity. One such quality is self-control. In moments of tension, when disagreements arise and emotions flare, the impulse to react quickly is strong. Yet, as Stoicism reminds us, it is within our power to pause, to gather our thoughts and respond with wisdom rather than impulse. This practice of temperance, the ability to remain calm and grounded, serves as a stabilizing force, one that brings peace not only to ourselves, but to those with whom we share our lives. For how can trust thrive where anger and haste govern? Another cornerstone is self-reflection. The Stoics understood that clarity of thought begins with clarity of self. To foster meaningful relationships, we must examine our intentions, acknowledging when ego or insecurity may cloud our words and actions. This honest assessment, undertaken not to criticize but to improve, brings us closer to the principles we wish to embody. It allows us to bring forth our best self, free from the desires and fears that often distort our interactions. Lastly, empathy stands as the bridge between hearts, enabling us to see and honor the humanity in others. A Stoic views empathy not as indulgence, but as strength, the willingness to step beyond the boundaries of self and understand another's perspective. This is no easy task, yet it is the essence of true connection. In empathy, we find patience, forgiveness, and the quiet resolve to build relationships on respect and understanding, rather than mere convenience. In choosing to live by these principles, we transcend superficial attachments and cultivate relationships that nourish the spirit. For what greater fulfillment is there than a bond rooted in virtue? A relationship where each person, striving towards wisdom and kindness, helps the other to become more fully themselves. Here lies the Stoic path to meaningful relationships, a journey that begins not with the other, but within, recognizing and responding to her reactions. In the dance of connection, much is revealed in silence, in the subtle gestures, fleeting glances, and quiet pauses between words. A Stoic understands that true perception requires more than hearing. It demands seeing, feeling, and discerning. Recognizing and responding to another's unspoken reactions is an art of sensitivity and patience. And when practiced, it forges bonds of trust and understanding that are unshakable. Imagine a moment where she hesitates, her words trailing off, her gaze shifting. In such instances, many would rush to fill the silence, to steer the conversation, or seek reassurance. Yet the Stoic approach is one of stillness and attentiveness. We do not react to silence with noise. We respond by opening ourselves to the subtleties of her expression, inviting her to feel safe, seen, and valued. By quieting our need to control or interpret hastily, we become fully present, and in that presence, a profound respect is communicated. It is essential to remember that her reactions, however subtle, are messages not to be taken lightly. An attentive listener observes her body language as clearly as her words, the way her posture shifts, the tone of her voice, the light in her eyes. These are indicators of comfort or discomfort, signals of openness or hesitation. A Stoic does not force connection, but respects its natural flow, adapting in response to what is offered. To press forward when she signals reluctance is to place ego before respect, to pursue connection at the expense of trust. And when her response is warm and inviting, the Stoic responds with equal sincerity. We mirror her openness with care, honoring the moment without seeking to control or predict what it may lead to. The aim is not to secure validation, but to engage in a genuine exchange, one built on mutual presence and respect. In practicing this mindful awareness, we cultivate the kind of relationship that resonates beyond words. For it is in our capacity to listen deeply, to observe without judgment, and to respond with care that we demonstrate the very essence of Stoic virtue. By recognizing and honoring her reactions, we lay a foundation not just for connection, but for understanding, an understanding that will endure even in the face of life's uncertainties. Building intimacy through patience and presence. Intimacy is a rare treasure, yet it is not found in the force of words or the urgency of action, but rather in the quiet patience and full presence we bring to each moment shared. Many seek to rush connection, believing that closeness can be compelled by the intensity of effort. Yet as the Stoics teach, all things that are genuine must unfold in their own time, growing naturally as trust and understanding deepen. Consider the power of presence, of simply being there, unhurried and undistracted, with no expectation beyond the gift of that moment. When we bring our full attention to another, leaving aside pretense and distraction, we create a space in which true connection may flourish. In this stillness, we demonstrate our willingness to understand rather than impress, to listen rather than lead. Such presence is felt. It cannot be imitated, for it resonates with authenticity. And in that authenticity lies the seed of trust. Patience, too, is an ally in the art of intimacy. The Stoic knows that to nurture a bond is not to impose upon it. As we cultivate patience, we allow the other to reveal herself on her own terms, embracing each shared moment as a gift rather than a guarantee. In our patience, we convey respect, honoring her comfort and autonomy. We move not with haste, but with quiet confidence, for the journey toward true intimacy is one that cannot be rushed. To invite someone into deeper connection, then, is not to insist, but to offer. A relaxed invitation, a shared activity, a quiet conversation, or a walk taken together becomes a bridge to closeness, unobstructed by expectation. Through simple gestures, we invite intimacy to develop naturally, creating an atmosphere that encourages openness without pressure. This approach respects the dignity of the other, valuing her presence as it is, not as we might wish it to be. In practicing patience and presence, we embody the virtues that deepen connection. We communicate not through words alone, but through the enduring qualities of stillness, respect, and unwavering attention. For it is through these virtues that intimacy is born, not as something pursued or achieved, but as a quiet, profound resonance between two individuals willing to see each other as they truly are. Navigating difficulties with Stoic wisdom. In any relationship, there will be moments of strain, times when words may sting and silence may weigh heavy. It is here, in the crucible of difficulty, that the true nature of a bond is revealed. The Stoic philosopher sees these moments not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to deepen understanding, to practice patience, and to refine the art of calm response. For how we navigate hardship speaks more of our character than how we enjoy ease. Imagine a disagreement where emotions run high. Most are quick to defend, to argue, to ensure their viewpoint is not only heard, but validated. Yet the Stoic response is different. It does not rush to speak, but to listen, to set aside the ego's need to be right in favor of the soul's desire to understand. As Epictetus reminds us, it is not events themselves that disturb us, but the judgments we place upon them. By pausing to reflect, by choosing to view the conflict through a lens of curiosity rather than certainty, we open ourselves to perspectives that might otherwise be lost. This willingness to pause, to observe before reacting, is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom. It is not weakness, but strength. The strength to maintain calm when tempers rise, the courage to prioritize respect over resolution. When we meet anger with equanimity, we disarm hostility and invite understanding. And if we must respond, let our words be few and measured, chosen not to wound, but to build a bridge back to trust. In addition, Stoicism teaches us to accept what lies beyond our control. We cannot dictate another's emotions or predict their reactions, but we can control our own response, meeting frustration with patience and resentment with compassion. To master oneself in this way is to cultivate resilience, a quiet, unshakable strength that stands steady amidst the storms of misunderstanding. This resilience is not only a gift to ourselves, but a stabilizing force for those around us, as it assures that we will not falter under the weight of temporary discord. Thus, in times of conflict, let us remember, every difficulty bears within it the seed of growth, if only we approach it with clarity and grace. For in navigating hardships with wisdom and dignity, we not only mend the bond, we fortify it, transforming each challenge into a stepping stone toward a deeper, more resilient connection. And so, as we reach the end of this journey, let us reflect on the wisdom shared and the paths it opens before us. In the art of meaningful connection, we have come to see that true intimacy, grounded in understanding and virtue, is neither rushed nor feigned. It is carefully cultivated through empathy, intentionality, and a deep commitment to self-mastery. For the Stoic, every relationship is an opportunity, a mirror in which we see not only the other, but ourselves more clearly. Our steps forward are marked by choice, the choice to listen with patience, to speak with purpose, to act with sincerity, and to respond with compassion. These principles, when woven into the fabric of our daily lives, elevate our relationships from the transient to the profound, creating bonds that are enduring and resilient to the trials of life. But remember, wisdom without action is merely theory. I invite you to take these teachings and test them in your own life. Reflect on your words, your presence, and the ways in which you respond to both ease and adversity. Let each moment with others be a chance to embody the virtues we have discussed, for it is through the small, consistent acts of character that great connections are built. As you continue, know that the journey of understanding is lifelong. There will be mistakes, as there always are, but the Stoic welcomes these as teachers. Persevere with humility and steadfastness, knowing that the path to a meaningful life is marked not by perfection, but by the continual striving for greater insight, respect, and wisdom. Let this be our charge, to seek depth over ease, virtue over validation, and presence over pretense. In doing so, we do more than simply connect with others. We create a legacy of character, of resilience, and of peace, a legacy that stands firm, regardless of life's tides. If you found value in these insights and are inspired to bring Stoic wisdom into your life, join our community by subscribing to Ultimate Stoicism. A like on this video lets us know we're bringing you the content you seek, and subscribing ensures you won't miss out on powerful, timeless lessons to help you live with purpose, resilience, and clarity. Hit the bell icon, and let's continue this journey of inner strength and deeper connection together.